excited to be here today talking to Annie. We're going to be talking about the sounds of Solace Retreat at Karma Kandara Resort in Bali coming up in July 11. Annie, there are a lot of retreats on the market at the moment. You tend to hear about them all the time. What is it exactly that you would say to CEOs, business people, someone just looking for change in general? Why is this different? Like what can they expect as an outcome?
What they can expect as an outcome is consistent tools and resources that they can take away from this program and be able to access them and use them in everyday life. Whether you're a CEO, a mother struggling with new kids, or you're an exec or coach, one thing common to all of us is that we're always growing and expanding, and we get challenged by change.
Yeah.
It's our internal reactions, our inbuilt habits on how we deal with change
That have been there for a long time often. Okay.
that deals with how we move forward or not. So out of the three groups that are always, I'm always working with other people who are avoiding change.
Yes.
People who are right in it and they know that they need some new resources. So they're actually really open to taking on the next solution.
Yes.
Or people that know that change is coming, they're afraid of it, but still willing to go there. So the results that people can really expect is how to have fun yet effective ways that they can apply at home, in the office, or just in life in general.
Great. Well, I have to say I'm really looking forward to it. As an integrative nutritionist, I'm really fascinated to see how this all comes together to really change people's energy, have release and make big change in their lives so that they can come back and reintegrate back into their normal life, but with all these new tools and skills and refreshed energy.
Can I ask you a quick question?
Sure.
So with your integrative nutrition, I know a little bit about it, and how important in your opinion is nutrition?
Okay, I liken nutrition to say that literally food is something that we input into our bodies all the time, and it's same as putting petrol into a car, and the quality of what you put in is really important. I don't believe there's a one-size-fits-all answer for everybody, which is why I'm an integrative nutritionalist, where we take an approach that looking at a person's life, what's their situation, there are a million answers out there, and what is the best solution for each individual to improve the results that they're getting in their body from a nutritional approach. And then obviously we do take into account other parts, movement, spirit, that all comes into the answer that we create from that approach too.
I love it. Well, the good news is, as an integrative nutritionist, is that you'll appreciate this, is that the program that we have in Bali is all around the right nutrition, not only through movement, the yoga nutrition, the music nutrition that goes deep within the body and to the cells of the body, creates relaxation, shifts your state.
Which is all input to the body too.
Exactly. And also the nutrition, the wellness lunch that the wellness food that we've put together. It's by an incredible chef, and it's all organic.
Yay, I'm excited. Actually, you quite fascinate me. You're a musician, you're a kinesiologist, and you have a program that I've been looking at, Change Made Easy.
Over 3 days, we have group sessions together to unpack what happens in Change Made Easy.
Okay.
Outside of that, we've organised that people can have up to like three amazing detox massages, saunas, facials, and a bunch of other.
So it really is a total release from the whole body.
Like if you can't let go of your stuff in this retreat, I'm not sure. Other than being, I don't know, I have no idea how else you can really still hold on to your stuff. Change Made Easy is exactly what it says. It's about change being easy. We don't have to have like a lot of drama around it, but often there is, because it is the number one fear that most people.
Can I ask you a question with that? As you say, drama, that's a big thing, and I think to a certain extent, do people get addicted to that because it's almost like an energy feed? It becomes an energy source.
I think so. People, their status quo of their hormones, their biological state is usually gets only responsive to heightened hormones, heightened endorphins, and then the drop side of that is depression, the low states,
and
anxiety.
Drama does give you that result.
And so we kind of need something quite high to pull us out of that. But then we're up there, we kind of need to get grounded again. So we create or manifest, situations that ensures we have to equilibrate the two.
Right.
So I guess within the Change Made Easy, it's about how we can address change and move through it, either approach it.
Mm-hmm.
So number one, like there's 5 steps to Change Made Easy,
Yes.
and these all steps have come through about 20 years of kinesiology and really identifying the key tools and that's it, the key tools that are consistently used to help
Okay.
people move through things very quickly.
Okay. So give me a quick example. If I was wanting to change something in my life, a habit that I have
Mhm.
or a pattern that I seem to keep having unfold all the time, what are the 5 steps of Change Made Easy?
Okay, so number one is we need to choose, get clarity of direction. Who do you want to be? Who do you recognise you don't want to be anymore?
Mm-hmm.
What does that habit make you become?
Yes.
How do you behave? So it's all about number one, clarity of direction.
So is that almost like writing your own mission statement?
Yeah, absolutely. Who is the person I want to be in that relationship? Who is the mother I want to be? Or who is the practitioner I want to be? Who is the artist I want to be?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Because then
And that's with removing all conditional influences, so
Yeah.
other people's beliefs and what have you.
absolutely. Because we actually have a way of identifying other people's beliefs,
Okay,
other people's agendas
great.
that help.
So coming straight from your truth.
Absolutely. So there are ways to unpack that. So we unpack that. Number 2 is actually recognizing that what is the current reality that's going on, the current situation. So the current reality could be, oh, okay, well, this is the habit, this is my behavior, this is what's happening all the time. It's actually taking some ownership of that. Not seeing outside as the source of the change, but seeing yourself as the source of the solution.
Yes.
So current reality goes, oh, I can see what's happening. The common denominator is me, no one else. Yeah, that's me. So it's got to be somewhere in there, and literally just owning it, and possibly asking the very difficult questions of what aspect of me shows up for that behaviour. So
Is
is
that
it
something people are very scared to address? You find a lot of fear around that, I imagine.
Yeah, it's like, what part of me? Oh, it's the part of me that's really scared of not being liked.
Yes.
It's the part of me that's scared of treading on other people's
Yeah.
toes.
Yeah.
Or it's the part of me that's the child within that was abandoned.
Yes.
And that's the part of me that's creating that behaviour.
Yes.
So that's step 2. Step 3 is capacity for change.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we might have the greatest intentions, we might have the greatest insights about our current reality. However, how big can our basket be?
Yeah.
How much can we receive? I love this one because it's all about the receiving.
True.
It's all about recognizing where am I vulnerable,
Yes.
and where do I feel weak.
And a lot of us at times can be really close to receiving.
A lot of people are so good at giving,
Yes.
but when somebody wants to throw them a compliment, they're
Yeah.
like, they just.
Yeah. Or I'm not used to this, or I haven't experienced this before. Yeah, absolutely.
So it definitely explores the relationship between giving and receiving. People where their relationship needs aren't being met, or their needs aren't being met in
Yes.
general. So we open up the capacity to receive.
Mm-hmm.
And usually that's also by unpacking rules or limitations. Somewhere in our life that we've chosen we can't have that.
Yes.
And that's individual to everyone. Just like
You put a conditioning belief on that, right?
Yeah. Capacity of change also is very dependent on what we put in our body.
Mm-hmm.
So not only the food we eat, it's about the nutrition that we have in our body. So sometimes we just haven't got the chemistry in a space that we might have high stress hormones.
Yeah.
We might have a lot of acidity in the body. So we can't look at that as well. So
It's
not
not even
just
addressing things like language that you use with yourself, and all those
Yeah.
things are inputs to the body,
Yeah.
aren't they?
Yeah. So it's 100% looking at what do I let in and what do I let out? How can I grow?
Yes.
Both chemically, internally, and also mentally and emotionally. The 4th stage is tools for change, and that is literally about recognizing it's not you that's the problem, it's the system that you're
Yes.
using. Like, how many times do systems fail us, or we just don't have the right support in the system?
Yes.
So the tools that we use in kinesiology are starting to get used all over the place in change management, in companies, in people who are really into neuroscience
Yes.
and into changing behaviour.
Yeah.
So
And I must say, I'm loving seeing all of these approaches start to come into businesses, corporate, and reaching people who are really working on that high stress level, that are starting to really open up to these sort of solutions.
yeah, look, I'm finding that I'm working with a lot of highly functional people people, CEOs, as I said, executives, as well like incredibly highly functional parents who are running business and running children, or letting children run them. We should probably say. I guess, so that's and we're applying these tools for them, and it's really rewarding seeing them work.
Okay.
The fifth step, very last one, is choosing committed action and celebrating results. One of the things that I really feel is, or I've noticed that inhibits change, is that people don't commit to giving themselves gifts at the end or having a program of
having that little reward to look forward to.
Yeah, because they always feel like they're moving towards something.
Yes.
And they always feel like, it's the next thing. So self-development then becomes a chore.
And the reward really brings you back to the present, I imagine. Otherwise you're constantly working to the next goal, but not getting enjoyment in that moment of reaching that small
And if
step.
you give yourself that reward, it means you're less demanding to other people.
Yes.
It means that you can meet your own needs for nurturing and nourishment, whatever that means to you.
Yes.
And we also at this stage refine the results. So if something didn't work, or if something wasn't quite on the money for you in your program, then you go, okay, great, next.
Yes.
You just close that part of it and then you move on to the next one.
Yes. Okay.
So that's it.
One more question. Being someone that's really fascinated with the integrative approach to everything, someone goes through this program, obstacle, I guess, when they get back home and trying to implement that, and they're now a changed person, do you find that their family, their peers, their closest ones can often be a barrier to supporting that change because they don't want to see the person become different or grow? Often that can create insecurities in people around them.
Absolutely. That's why what we've addressed I guess we're using this system in a Bali program.
Right.
I think we've spoken about that Bali program before.
Yeah, we have.
Yeah. So that in that program, not only in that space do people get a holiday that's going to be unforgettable.
Yes.
They also get a program.
Absolutely. A great resort, yoga, food, sound, party, the whole bit.
It is just incredible. It's incredible. So addressing, how do they keep the changes, is that we actually have follow-up, at the end of the program. So they there's a complimentary session with me one-on-one within a month post the program, so they can bring up any challenges that they have. And we also have an online forum that people can either email in and share their experiences and also keep each other accountable for what happens.
Absolutely. Fantastic. Well, congratulations on such a comprehensive program. Really sounds very unique, and as I said, you're a person that fascinates me, constantly inspired by you, by all of the facets that you seem to have all of this covered off, expert in all these fields.
Thank you. I'm just playing with all the tools, and resources, and so curious about how, we can just keep integrating this into everyday lives, because we deserve to just enjoy it.
Absolutely.
Don't we?
That's what we're here for. Fun, happiness.
Yeah.
Love, all of that.
Yes, please.